Hello and welcome to Horse Sense, all the racing action and updates from Singapore and around the world. On this episode of Horse Sense, Joe Moreira continues his dominance in Hong Kong and breaks another record. Debt Collector suffers his first defeat since 2015 and Infantry claims the Group 3 Merlin Trophy. Brazilian jockey Joe Moreira continues to make headlines. The champion jockey based in Hong Kong has broken yet another record. Having broken the record for the most number of winners ridden in a calendar season in Hong Kong last season, the Brazilian has broken yet another record, this time recording 8 winners at one single race meeting. Racing in Hong Kong, renowned for being ultra-competitive, is considered one of the fiercest racing environments in the world. The 32-year-old Brazilian, who hails from Rio de Janeiro, continues to capture the imaginations of fans worldwide with his brilliant displays in the saddle. Already well clear of his rivals in the jockey standings, the man affectionately known as Magic went to the races at Sha Tin on Sunday the 5th of March with a book of 10 rides for the day. In true Joe style, he booted home short-priced favourites to the delight of punters and fans worldwide. After winning the first 4 races of the day, he was just getting warmed up.
Red Sun last, they swing in. Rich City Fortune, 2 lengths on Easy Touch, Whistle Up, then Greenery Fortune, Sharp Mine into the clear. Young Empire sprinted quickly, went ahead of him, but going powerfully as Rich City Fortune. Easy Touch now levels up. This pair are 3 lengths in front from Young Empire, then Secure Fighter, and Such a Happiness, but Easy Touch broke away, charged clear from Rich City Fortune and Young Empire, and Easy Touch as easy as you like in the first. Easy Touch from Rich City Fortune. Young Empire held third. They're ready now. Storm Kid was a little slow to move. Away OK was Double Point with Fortune Giggles. Nearer the inside, Emperor of Mongolia's surging forward, and Supernatural wide out, ridden with the whip to go forward, and Ha Ha Charming's bursting through. So a scramble early. Double Point 3 and 4 deep with Supernatural. They're trying to surge forward and take over the lead from Empire of Mongolia, who kicks up. Ha Ha Charming will settle in behind the speed. Then Fortune Giggles, Striking Star pushing through. Then Audacity, Spicy Double, Storm Kid and Perfect Timing. Supernatural still has the lead, but only by a length now. Double Point, Striking Star, deeper out, Polymere Luck, starting to race in a straight line with Red Horse, and they're zooming up to try and reach Supernatural, who still has it. Supernatural still a length on Red Horse, Polymere Luck, Double Point battling on, starting to lift, Dashing Dart in the clear down the middle. Supernatural, Polymere Luck join him with Red Horse. Dashing Dart on the scene late. Polymere Luck went to the lead, but Dashing Dart's laying up on the wire and nails him. Dashing Dart, albeit narrowly, over Polymere. Set for a start in the sprint, and they're off and racing, and Not Listening to Me jumped perfectly today. Mr. Stunning, he also began OK, but they're not as speedy as Amber Sky, who's quickly charging forward, and he's going to lead them with Penophobia, carrying all the weight today, quickly up to his quarters. Bad Boy sits in behind with Not Listening to Me and Mr. Stunning. Moreira's happy to let the speed go in the early stages. There are a couple of lengths on My Little Friend at the tail. Amber Sky, a half, now 3/4 a length. Penophobia, the first to come under pressure. Mr. Stunning tracking up Bad Boy, Not Listening to Me, and then My Little Friend. Amber Sky has the lead still inside the 400. Mr. Stunning starts to extend now, and he's reeling in Amber Sky. Penophobia's dropping off, passed by Bad Boy. Not Listening to Me's not closing, then My Little Friend, but Mr. Stunning race clear with 100 to go from Amber Sky. Now Not Listening to Me picking up, but it's all Mr. Stunning. Mr. Stunning is all class. Mr. Stunning from Not Listening to Me and Amber Sky. 100. Ready, and they're racing. Flying out of the gates was 5 Stars Agent. Friends Forever tried to match him for pace and will do so, and crosses to the rail. 5 Stars Agent in second, but getting company from Oh So Cool, and even deeper is Victor Emperor up on the scene early. Laughing Lord settles behind the speed with Shining Champion, Bernard's Choice, and then Sparkling Talent. A length to Fast Rocket, who's getting well back in the field, along with Mr. Cool. Intellectual Glides 4th last, and the trailer is Dynamic Voyage. Friends Forever took off down the side, 600 metres out. 2 lengths on Oh So Cool second, 5 Stars Agent third. Victor Emperor is poised in fourth. Then Laughing Lord, who's just struggling with the pressure of this race at the moment. Sparkling Talent goes ahead of him. Then Shining Champion, Dynamic Voyage, Intellectual Glide, Friends Forever. She's still cuddling this at the moment, Kay, but they're closing. Victor Emperor in particular, 5 Stars Agent, Oh So Cool can't go with them. Then Sparkling Talent, Shining Champion closing. Down the middle, Dynamic Voyage and Intellectual Glide. Victor Emperor now on terms with Friends Forever. Out wide, Dynamic Voyage is thundering home. Victor Emperor in front, Dynamic Voyage can't reach him, and it's 4 for Moreira.
The record of 6 winners in a day had been accomplished 4 times, with Brett Preble setting the bar at Happy Valley on the 20th of June 2010, while Douglas White matched it at Shartin on the 7th of April 2013. And Moreira was already in the record books, having matched the 6 winners twice previously at Shartin on the 1st of March and 27th of December 2015, respectively.
From Benito, Noble to Love is last of all. Furlong Dragon for Rispoli took it up down the side. Leads by a length and a half. Bo Duke second. Planet Star run of the race third. Chuk Chow Kid to his outside. Fun Manager is out wider and he's surging at the leaders. A length and a half Flying Machine on the outside of Ambitious Heart, who's getting a lovely trek into the race. Then Good Method, Win Gold, Invisible. Cool and Neat's well back in the field with Bold Stitch, Noble to Love. Last of all is Benito. They're swinging into the stretch and Bo Duke pouring the pressure into Furlong Dragon, who found very little. Planet Star gets the gap between them and he sprints quickly and quickly arrests the lead from Bo Duke. Win Gold trails him up. Outdeed Ambitious Heart, starting to let down with Good Method. Ambitious Heart out after Planet Star. He's got his measure. Cool and Neat's bursting through. Cool and Neat race to Ambitious Heart with Win Gold. Cool and Neat in front from Win Gold, Ambitious Heart. Then Planet Star. Can you believe it? It's magic again. Moreira takes the race on Cool and Neat. Now he's relaxed and they're off, and he got out quite okay. So too did Smart Declaration. Turf Sprint ridden with aggression early, as is Sky Hero. Healthy Joyful wider out is also firing forward, and so too now Beat the Clock, but he's already got 4 or 5 in front of him. Water Diviner down on the rail from Time Warp. Mr. Genuine Packing Stones eases out of the battle. He's back 4th last with Green Card. 2 to Silly Buddies and a half away to Dukedom. Sky Hero running, leads them by 2.5. Healthy Joyful approaching the 600 is second. Beat the Clock has got up to third on the outside of Smart Declaration. Turf Sprint, Mr. Genuine 3 deep. Water Diviner on the rail, 6 from the pace. Time Warp, Packing Stones coming wide. Green Card, Silly Buddies and Dukedom. They corner in. Sky Hero still 2 on Healthy Joyful and Beat the Clock, but they're reducing the margin ever so quickly. Smart Declaration, Turf Sprint, then Water Diviner. Beat the Clock raced up to Healthy Joyful. They got past Sky Hero. Smart Declaration, Turf Sprint, Time Warp and then Water Diviner, but Beat the Clock a length in front from Healthy Joyful. Turf Sprint and Smart Declaration with Time Warp, but here's the half a dozen for Joe Moreira, and the favourite wins. Beat the Clock from Turf Sprint, Time Warp.
After equaling the record of 6 for the 3rd time, he quickly broke that record aboard Mighty Maverick, who won the 10th race of the afternoon. But Moreira was not done there, and with his final ride of the day, he steered Prawn Baba to victory in the lucky last race at Shartin.
Fit coming over from deeper out. Little Devil jumped nicely. Mighty Maverick down on the fence from Land Grant, and the Supreme settled down midfield today, but he is 3 deep. A length and a half then to Roman Impero from Royal Elite, then the grey roundabout 3 deep. 2 back, 3rd last Citron Spirit. Another 2 away, King of Mongolia inside a Courageous Brother. 800 metres out, Shamal is running along. 2 lengths on Daring Fit, who crossed to 2nd. Whiskey is 3rd. 2 back, Chevalier Star, Little Devil, Mighty Maverick. Supreme is 3 deep from Land Grant, Roman Impero. Roundabout, Royal Elite. Citron Spirit's got at least 9 or 10 to make up with King of Mongolia and Courageous Brother. Shamal wheels in. A length on Daring Fit. Whiskey's got the sit on them in 3rd. Then Mighty Maverick trying to shoulder into the clear. Further out Roundabout and Citron Spirit down the middle. Shamal is joined by Daring Fit. Mighty Maverick Roundabout. Then Citron Spirit. Whiskey battles away. Daring Fit a neck in front of Shamal. Mighty Maverick's joining in. Citron Spirit. Mighty Maverick going to Daring Fit. Then Citron Spirit. Mighty Maverick. A sensational 7 for Joe Moreira. And Mighty Maverick beats either Daring Fit or Citron Spirit. Set, ready, and they're off in the final race of the day. Prawn Barbar, he began mediocre. He was midfield, but he's mustering now. Solar Hey Hey ridden with pace. Circuit Hassler, both the pair wide, crossing over. Who Dat Singer and Let Us Win right up on the speed today. Then Helene Superstar from Star Majestic, 3/4 back. 2 back then to Prawn Barbar, settling on the outside of Hapalar Baby. They're going quite quick through the first 400 or 500. 2.5 then to Ragu in the second part of the field from Limitless, who's very keen, 5th last. A length Supreme Profit, 2 back Happy Place inside a Basic Trilogy, and Ensuring is last as they run inside the 1200. He's a dozen lengths from the leader, which is now Let Us Win. Only a neck on Solar Hey Hey. They're 2 lengths in front from Circuit Hassler, who's positioned 3rd on the outside of Helene Superstar. 2 back Who Dat Singer on the outside of Hapalar Baby. Then Star Majestic. Moreira's 3 deep on the move here on Prawn Barbar, racing down the side. 2 to Ragu. Supreme Profit tracks up. Limitless has settled better. 7 from the pace approaching the 600. Then Basic Trilogy, Happy Place and Ensuring. It's more tight and compact now. Coming up to the corner, 500 metres to run. Circuit Hassler is applying pressure to Let Us Win. Solar Hey Hey's right there. Prawn Barbar's going into 4th, but he's pushed on. Helene Superstar, Who Dat Singer, then Star Majestic, Supreme Profit. Limitless is sticking to the rail. It's Solar Hey Hey and Circuit Hassler. Prawn Barbar is looming as a danger. A couple back to Limitless, who's starting to hit top gear. Solar Hey Hey keeps finding. Circuit Hassler, Prawn Barbar, Limitless closing. It's Solar Hey Hey, Prawn Barbar, a wave of the wand, a puff of smoke, and the Magic Man pulls one out of the hat and makes it 8.
The whole of 8 equals the biggest of Moreira's career. In 2013, he had 8 winners from 8 rides at the Kranji racetrack in Singapore, while he also rode 8 in a day in his native Brazil in 2008. One thing is for sure, the magic of Moreira is not complete just yet. Champion trainer for 2016, Alvin Tan, captured the 2017 running of the Merlin Trophy. He trained the winner of the feature for the 4th time in his career with Infantry on Sunday the 5th of March. Although not fancy to take top honours, Tan saddled the unbeaten Nova Swiss, who competed in the race, having won his last 5 races in a row.
$350,000 race and the first leg of the Singapore Sprint Series. All set. They stand and they're racing in the Merlin Trophy. Away they go. And Mr. Spielberg back in last. Now pace from out wide, Nova Swiss and also Wimbledon. Lincoln Road's got plenty of toe, and so too the General on the inside. Famous Artist in the first 4 or 5 as Wimbledon goes forward here. Jurick's going to declare war on the rest of the field, and he rushes forward and grabs the front. So it's Wimbledon in front, Nova Swiss. He has to use up a bit of petrol. He moves up into a clear second now. 800 metres to go, and further back the General. Then Lincoln Road, who's having a nice run. He's 4th. Famous Artist further back with Cavallo. Infantry centre field with Good News. Further back Daniel Laser Storm, Fortune winner the mare, is back second last, and Mr. Spielberg the stayer back in last, but Wimbledon led from the hot favourite Nova Swiss on the point of the turn with about 450 metres to go. Lincoln Road now comes 3 deep. The General under pressure. Cavallo gets up behind them with Infantry, and further back was Famous Artist. It's Wimbledon in front in the home straight. The 3-year-old Nova Swiss under the whip with a 55 kilos trying to pick him up. Then Infantry, who's starting to work home well. Cavallo on the inside. Infantry's the one who's ranging up to Wimbledon and Nova Swiss. Cavallo there on the inside. Great struggle here. Infantry, Nova Swiss, Wimbledon fighting very hard. And further back Good News, but it's Infantry on the outside. It's Alvin Tan who's going to win the Merlin Trophy again. Infantry beats Nova Swiss. And 3rd, Wimbledon. Further back Good News and also Cavallo. And behind those then Fortune winner, being followed by Daniel, Lincoln Road. And then came Mr. Spielberg. In behind those Famous Artists, being followed by the General and Laser Storm.
I think he's more consistent type of horse, and he's been running in the group races before, and today he ran his best again.
Well, I had a perfect run. I was followed them all the way, and I know my horse is very good, very tough on the poly track. I was thought probably a little bit sharp for him, over 1200 meter, but he has very good trial last week. I was close to him. I was followed John all the way, track behind John, and John beside Nova Swiss, so I just wait and took my horse to the outside. Since I put beside Nova Swiss, I know he's a very good horse, 3 years old. He's still I always ride him. I always tell Evan he still have a lot to improve. He's just 3 years old. That's a very quality horse. And but I know my horse is 4 years old now. He face up, stronger feel. And on top of the straight, I was beat him more easy, but he just come back and fight back. So, but anyway, I won the race. I'm very happy. And Evan done a great job with his team. Make the horse fresh. The horse very good condition. So he got the job done.
At the business end of the race, Nova Swiss and the James Peters trained Wimbledon for the China Horse Club joined up and looked to fight out a thrilling finish. They in fact did this for the majority of the straight, and it was only in the last 100 meters of the race that Infantry burst through with a massive turn of foot to deny the pair the honours in the Group 3 contest. It was a 1-2 finish for the Tan stable, and it was also the third winner of the day for the Thai Connections Kayon Pech stable. The runners-up and third-placed finishers were not disgraced, but it was the impressive son of Tavistock who took the victory in the polytrack sprint, and with this win took his tally to 6 and his earnings past the $550,000 mark. It was a victory full of merit for Infantry, who will now be aimed towards the 4-year-old series. He was not given much hope by the pundits, as they felt the sprint trip of 1,200 meters on the polytrack did not suit him. For rider Manuel Nunes, it was a win that made him especially proud, as he had lost the ride aboard Nova Swiss and was left looking for a ride that turned out to be an eventual winner. The 2 times champion jockey of Singapore was full of praise for Infantry and his gutsy performance in the Merlin Trophy.
Now like to invite Mr. Shabir Hassanbai to present the prizes for the Merlin Trophy to the winning owner, who is Mr. Preacher of Kajon Pitch Racing No. 2 stable, to accept the trophy for the Merlin. Congratulations all around to Kajon Pitch Racing Stable No. 2, as we also welcome up on stage the winning trainer of Infantry. It's Mr. Alwyn Tan. And of course, the successful rider of Infantry in our Group 2 Merlin Trophy, Manuel Nunes. So smiles all around here in the Champagne Room. Our congratulations to all winners. Please join us for a group photograph.
Reigning Horse of the Year in Singapore, Debt Collector was all systems go on Friday the 3rd of March in his preparation towards a tilt at the $6 million Dubai Turf Group 1. Taking on a field that included star 3-year-old Jupiter Gold, it looked an easy assignment for the star galloper. Many pundits were of the opinion that the only thing that would get in the way of Debt Collector and victory was the up-and-coming 3-year-old Jupiter Gold and the 7 kilos weight that he was receiving. Come race time, both leading chances paraded exceptionally well and looked to treat.
Catch Me Great to go forward, along with Mr. Fantastic, who links up. So, well, this is the last look of Debt Collector before he heads off to Dubai. All going well. He's $8 and 5.1. Not a bad price for our best horse. And they're all set. Jupiter Gold into 13, the 3-year-old. 7 kilos between them in weight carried, and they're off and running now. Debt Collector's back about third last. Jupiter Gold's gone back into last, and away the best here. Mr. Fantastic up on the pace with Laughing Gravy, and also Raffaello, who settles down in third. A few lengths away then Nova Strike with 1,400 metres to gallop, and then Ode to Joy. They're not going hard now. Catch Me Great, Jupiter Gold, he's gone by Debt Collector, so Jupiter Gold the outside, second last the 3-year-old, and with the heavyweight there, Debt Collector's back in last with 1,200 metres to go, and for the time being, he and Michael Rod spot the front runner about 8 lengths. So down the back straight, 25.52 as it was last time. No real electric tempo, 1,000 metres to go, and Mr. Fantastic leads out from Laughing Gravy, Raffaello, and also Nova Strike, who's just covering a little bit of ground out wide. Ode to Joy in the blue colours in the middle, being followed by Catch Me Great, who's third last. Jupiter Gold saved up, he's second last, and Debt Collector back in last. So down the side of the course they come, and Mr. Fantastic for CC Wong leads out. Laughing Gravy running second. Nova Strike Strike's covering ground. Raffaello, he's had a quiet run. Fourth the inside from Ode to Joy. Jupiter Gold about to go. Debt Collector follows him. Catch Me Great back in last. So Jupiter Gold about to come wide. And Debt Collector in the pink cap. He makes his run. So here come the class horses down the outside. In the straight now, Mr. Fantastic let out 300 metres out from Laughing Gravy. Debt Collector sprinting fast. Jupiter Gold's trying to match him. They got 7 kilos apart in weight. It's Debt Collector, Jupiter Gold from Nova Strike who's running a race. A bit of a fight for the champ here. Debt Collector, he might be in trouble. Coming back, Jupiter Gold from Nova Strike. It's the 3-year-old who's going to win. It's Jupiter Gold from Nova Strike and Debt Collector, who just ran out of puff in the last furlong or so. And Ode to Joy back in fourth. Then Laughing Gravy, further back Mr. Fantastic, being followed in at the head of the race by Raffaello. And last of all there was Catch Me Great.
Well, you're right about the weight advantage, and that sort of made us the winner in the end, because we were beat early. You know, the acceleration of Debt Collector had us beat when we first straightened, and I thought the race was over. But that horse, yeah, Debt Collector started to struggle, and my horse really sort of found his strength, and it's the weight. So we were just fortunate in that sense. But Jupiter Gold, really good.
As the gates crashed back, Debt Collector, as is customary, was allowed to race at the back of the field under regular pilot Michael Rodd. His younger counterpart, however, raced near the front in third. Rounding the turn, Debt Collector started to make up ground and had the young challenger firmly in his sights. As they straightened for home, he started to produce his customary turn of foot. However, he did not sail past the challengers as he usually does. Approaching the 150-meter mark, he was making heavy weather of the finish, and in a remarkable turn of events, Jupiter Gold, who looked like he was going to have to settle for third, produced a determined finish in a true display of courage and determination to burst between Debt Collector and Nova Strike and stuck his head out to win the race. It was a good ride by Alan Munro, who never threw in the towel, and a great training performance by Japanese trainer Hideyuki Takaoka. He will now be aimed at the second leg of the 3-year-old series in April. With regards to Debt Collector, he returned, showing signs of respiratory distress, and his Dubai trip seemed in doubt, but we're happy to report all is on track for the reigning horse of the year, and he will be heading to the Middle East to compete. And that's all we have time for on this episode of Horse Sense. We'll be back soon with more racing and more updates, and until we see you, goodbye and may the horse be with you.